G'day everyone, this is a quick build guide for my charge Moto. I mainly farm Path of the Brave 1, 2 and 3. 1 and 2 is easily doable with 200 to 300 million DPS. Path of the Brave 3 requires a bit more DPS. This build, as it currently is, deals about 550 million DPS. Spikes up and down, but averages about 550 million. Alright, let's get into the skills. God of Machines as the first one. Points, you have orders for minion damage and additional summon skill. Cast speed and isomorphic arms. If you have an infinity with isomorphic arms, you would choose Mighty Guard. If you have one with Mighty Guard, you would choose Isomorphic. Whichever one is cheaper, go with that option. First up, we have minion damage with minion damage. 2 points here because neither are a good option. Over here we have minion critical strike damage, strike rate and strike damage. Here we have max life, max energy shield with max life, max energy shield. Barrier absorption with barrier absorption. Here we have 30 int, 30 strength, which ties into 1% minion damage per 50 strength, 1% crit strike rating per 5 intelligence. Minion damage with 1 skill level for minions. We have 45% max life for minions, movement speed means nothing, and minion max life and aggressiveness with that. Next up is Machinist. We have Boss for +1 max synthetic troop quantity. Duration doesn't matter because they die every second. Here we have Kinetic Conversion for -20% extra damage taken while moving, and every 5 meters you gain barrier. If you don't mind taking a bit more damage, which Path of Brave is very, very deadly, you could go with Burning Aggression for more damage. I stick with this. First up, minion damage with minion damage. Minion max life, your max life, minion max life, max life. Minion crit strike rating, minion crit strike rating and damage. Minion damage with minion skill radius means your explosions are much bigger. Armor for tankiness, more armor and elemental resistance. Barrier absorption, we do a lot of barrier absorption. Barrier absorption and gain a barrier when you use a sentry skill. Adds 33 to 39 physical damage to minion attacks, followed by 10% chance of minions to ignore armor and minion aura effect. We have 6% chance for troops to do double damage with +1 synthetic skill troop level. Onto Alchemist, we are using Empower, adds 25% of your max life to barrier absorption and adds 25 max energy shield to barrier absorption. That is very good for your tank. Next we have Active Superflux. Overflown mana regeneration is applied to life regeneration and regenerates 3% mana per second. With Compound Potion, this is huge. Alright, first up we have minion damage. With minion damage, minion max life, minion max life, minion your attack and cast speed, minion attack and cast speed does nothing. Attack and cast speed regens 1.5 life per second. Life regen, minion crit strike rating, minion crit strike rating and damage. Armor, more armor and 0.4% of armor added to barrier absorption. Barrier absorption with gain a barrier when about to suffer a severe injury, which is when a single instance of damage applied exceeds 30% 35% of the max life and max energy shield. Very useful. Minion damage with 8% damage taken is transferred to a minion, which is very good. Restoration skill effect with remove all dot damage when using restoration skills. Next we look at the packs. This is all quantity of flame fuel, drop quantity. I'm using Happy Chonky, Gold Leaf, Plaintive Ball, and Cloud Gatherer Surging Gold. Overview, little bit of damage up here, mostly drop quantity and flame fuel quantity. There's 66% drop quantity and 53% flame fuel. Onto hero traits. We are using Surprise Force, Quick Battle, Preparation, Guerrilla Tactics, and Fuel War with War. This is very good for just spamming your minions, and when a boss pops out, he explodes. The main one on here is Hero Memory Effect. This makes all your hero memories better. I just got one with Crit Strike rating. I haven't upgraded this in a very long time. I think this cost about 5 Flame Elementium. Excess Capacity, Minion Max Life with Self-Destruct damage. If I am running maps, I go with Max Life and Minion Speed. This one is Max Life and my Max Life to the Minion's Max Life. And Max Life and Minion Damage. The Minion Damage and the Explosion Damage and this one, they're all relatively the same, so whichever one's cheaper, go with that. If you're mapping the movement speed, 10, 12, 13, it gives me 78% movement speed, which is very good. Alright, on to skills. You have 2 spiders, one has mark, one does not. Spiders have more max life than Machine Guard by about 12,000. Mechanical modifications for 120% damage and max life. Skill radius as well, huge. Crit strike chance with crit strike damage. Steamroll for radius and additional damage. And Tendon Slicer for chance to ignore armor. Very, very effective. Compound Potion with residues. This means when it gets to max life, it doesn't just stop, it just keeps going. So it is a... how long is it? It's an 8-second cooldown for a 3-second regen, which is quite good. Armor Infusion, minus 10% damage taken. And Emergency Restoration, this is pretty important. Plus 39% restoration effect at low life, and plus 19.5% restoration effect at low mana. We have most of our mana reserved, so this is all the time. Next we have Mechanical Modification, Crit Strike Chance, Crit Strike Damage, Steamroll, and instead of Tendon Slicer we use Mark. This is always up, and the supported skill deals 30% additional damage to marked enemies. This applies to the target, so both spiders benefit. Next up we have Protection Field, which 33% of damage taken is transferred to a minion. Very, very powerful. Cooldown reduction, extended duration, and efficient cast for cast speed and mana cost. Next we have Blink. You could swap this out for Protection Field, Safe Ring, for extra tank. This will give you approximately 21% or 25% at level 20 damage reduction if you're just standing still. Down here we have Precise Rejuvenation, precise magical source. This is mana regen. We never really use mana, but mana regen is converted to life regen, so that is a bigger potion basically. Seal conversion, it seals a tiny bit of life. Fearless, we have Fearless for melee skill radius, or exploding, so we're radius, and damage, weapon amplification for damage. If you have a skill radius weapon, then this is where you get paralysis. And selfless, because we don't care, and it's minus 15%, so it's just better efficiency. Auto defense triggers link skill with 0.5 second cooldown. On this we have reform, so it refreshes your barrier and weakens enemies, and iron fortification for more armor while the skill lasts, which gives us a bigger barrier as well. Right. And finally, onto equipment. On equipment, Tier 1 is very expensive. Tier 2 is a couple of % less on each item, and far cheaper. Only just upgraded these items from other stuff I had in my inventory. It's now on the auction house. You want max life, minion max life if you can get it, erosion resistance, another resistance, and crit strike damage. The chest, you want max life, minion damage, resistance, whatever you can get, another resistance. I bought this chest as this for 30 FE, and I crafted that on quite cheaply. Handguards, you want max life, regen, block chance is pointless, crit damage, and 2 resistances. Minded infusion, I had this actually drop from Path of the Brave. This gives you minion skill level, movement speed, max synthetic troop quantity. I'll keep going down this way. My rings are garbage. This is just resistance, minion damage, and not much resistances at all. Again, minion damage, resistances. Now the last 3, I had this one drop in a map. This is quite expensive, but gives you a lot of damage. Minion max life, minion damage, 90% of crit strike rating and crit strike damage is also applied to your minions. This is very huge. I'll take this off to show you the damage at the end. Infinity, I picked this up for 30 FE. Has a ton of cold res. I corroded it and didn't get lucky, it just corroded. This is where you either get Mighty Guard or Isomorphic Arms, whichever one is cheaper. And that ties in with Vanquisher Mallets. Your main weapon is applied to your minions with Isomorphic Arms. You want minion damage, minion life, either main skill level or minion skill level, double damage, and crit strike damage. I'm not quite res capped because my rings are garbage. 4,000 life. My spiders, wrong screen. Nice little bug. It's showing max quantity 1. Alright, we've got 83% minion crit strike chance with 857% damage, 83% chance to deal double damage. This is all thanks to the breast pin with this. So if we take this off, obviously if you had a different neck, you have a normal neck with crit strike damage. etc. Max life. And you'd be doing about 250 to 300 million damage. Put back on so I don't forget. Is a huge damage increase. I'll quickly run a Path of the Brave 2. Just to showcase. These are the easy waves. Path of the Brave 2 is annoying because of the on-death effect of the elites that drop out. That's 2 down, Q-Foss is worthless. This, just watch the blue pass on the ground, and then the big orbs that come out. If they drop on the portal, that's pretty bad. Probably going to die, but that's Path of the Brave. Don't do this if you care about your experience. All I'm doing is dashing away, refreshing protection field and compound potion. Oop. Position. Go back to the center, just keep spamming. Not getting very good looking stuff. Over there, go back to the center. Oops, that was a bad dash. Boss comes out, just load up. Little phase. Wait for overload to reset. Spam, phase. Wait for overload to reset. Spam, and he should instantly die. There we go. Path of the Brave 2. Pick up your token and leave. It is very bad if you just spam your minions all the time and they have nothing to kill, because I've got a reasonable computer and it starts to lag its brains out. It's proving me a liar. When you're in maps, it lags a lot. Anyway, I'll finish up with a couple of quick tips for buying Brave tokens. So if you search for Proof of the Brave tokens, ones are 3 FE to 1 token, twos are about 4 to 1, and threes are about 4 to 5 to 1, so 4.5 to 5. I'm not sure why, but Flame Sand you cannot sell 99 to 1. However, people are willing to sell you Proof of the Brave ones for 99 sand. Or they will also sell Embers for Proof of the Brave, Energy Cores for Proof of the Brave. I can't sell 99 Energy Cores for 1 Flame Elementium. And yet, people are willing to trade 99 for a 2. That's 4 Flame Elementium for 1 maybe worth. This you cannot sell. And people are trading me 3 FE worth of Brave token. Mystery Embers. These are worthless. Again, 3 Flame Elementium. These you can sell for 1 FE, but that is 4. I couldn't sell a Maul for 3 FE, but I sold it for 3 Proof of the Brave tokens, which is 9 FE. 2 2 Corruption Cores. You can buy these for 20 sand, so they are practically worthless, and someone's just given me 3 FE of a Brave token for it. And that's pretty much all I've got. Hopefully you like this video, subscribe if you haven't and are willing, and enjoy your day. Thank you very much for watching.